Olu in Atlanta, Georgia. Olu.
How you doing,
Hi,
sir?
how are you?
Good. I called about last month to let you know about. I filed my I-751 and got my extension, which expired this month. Yeah, you told me how to get my stamp and everything,
Right.
extension and things. Now, I'm thinking about filing an invitation for my son to come visit. So my question is, while filing, that's a B2 visa application, if I'm right?
Your question is what?
The question is, am I going to need my tax return or my wife's tax return for affidavit of support?
No, you're
or
not. First
the
of all, you're not.
invitation
First of
visa?
all, you're not. There's no such thing as invitation visa. Okay, so that's just a made up thing.
okay.
There is a visitor's visa. It's a B2 visa,
yeah.
and your son would go into the U.S. Consulate, and he would show he would like to visit, and have to show.
He's 7 years old, sir.
Okay, so he would have to show. A parent would have to show that, because you would have to. I mean, the reality is, your 7-year-old, I don't know where he lives. He's not going to get on an airplane by himself.
He's in Nigeria.
Right, okay. So nobody's going, so you would have to take him into the U.S. Embassy, or the mother into the U.S. Embassy to get him a visitor's visa, because the 7-year-old's not going to go on an airplane by himself. And you have to show, even as a 7-year-old, for a visitor's visa, that he intends to return back to Nigeria. I don't know how you would be able to demonstrate that if you're taking him to get a visitor's visa to come to America. I would guess that unless you have some overwhelming evidence that he's going to return, that they're going to say no to your son's visitor's visa, saying, we think you're bringing him to America to live with you. So at that point, probably the best thing you should do, rather than apply for a visitor's visa, would be just let your wife file for his green card as a stepmom.
Okay, that's an I.
What?
I said that's an I-130, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Second question,
Yes.
sir. Second question. Can my mother-in-law invite my mother to visit the U.S.?
Can you invite your mother to visit the U.S.?
Yes.
You can invite all of Nigeria to visit the U.S. It's the same thing. Mom has to go into the embassy and say she has enough ties to Nigeria that she's going to return and not live in America. Now, the fact that her son has a green card, as long as, and that's a legitimate reason to come. What is her legitimate, visit? What's her legitimate reason to return to Nigeria?
To return back to Nigeria.
Okay. Does she own property? Does she have a job? What is that magnet that makes her return? Now, if she is older, I don't want to say old, so I'm old. If she's older, like in her 60s, it's more likely that she would get it, because statistically, the people who overstay on their visitor's visa are single people aged 20 to 40. That's the most difficult age to get the visitor's visa for.
Yeah.
All right? So,
All right, sir.
all right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's go to Mary in Fort Worth, Texas. Mary. Mary.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Good.
Doing good. So I am the petitioner for my husband. We submitted the I-485 with the supplement A with $1,000. Also the I-944, and he had his...
Why did you do the supplement A? Your 245I, your grandfathered in?
Because we were requested for it. We sent the I-40...
1 second.
The I-485...
Who requested what for you?
Immigration.
Okay.
So we received the notice...
Whoa. Let's go back. Do you know what the 245, the 485A form, that's for grandfathering under 245I. So that means who's filing for who?
I am the wife filing for my husband.
Okay, so your husband entered without inspection.
Correct.
Okay, now, did he have an application filed for his green card before April 30th, 2021?
Yes, his sister did.
His sister filed for him?
Yes.
Okay, when did the sister file for him?
It was in 2000.
Okay. Was he physically here on December 21st, 2000?
Yes.
Okay, good. So then you're doing the right thing. I just wanted to make sure you're doing the right thing because I got nervous for a second. You're perfect so far. Okay. So you paid the penalty fee, and then what?
So he has his biometrics appointment this week.
Uh-huh.
So my question is, will he have to exit the U.S. in order to get his status?
No, because you paid the penalty fee, and because his sister filed an F4 petition for him before April 30th, 2021, and your husband was here on December 21st, 2000, that grandfathers him in under 245I. You paid a penalty fee for the grandfathering, and that entitles him to get his work permit and his green card in America. Now, you may get an RFE for evidence that he was physically here on December 21st, 2000. You may get an RFE to say, prove to us the sister filed. But if you can prove those two things, he gets his green card here.
Okay. And after having his biometrics appointment, how long would it take for him? Would he get an interview or not?
If you did everything properly, he will get an interview.
Okay.
Did you do everything properly? I don't have the slightest idea. But legally...
I am assuming I did.
But legally, what you're explaining to me is legally he's eligible to adjust his status.
Okay, without exiting the U.S. Okay.
Because if he exits the U.S., he's not coming back, so he should not be doing that.
All right.
Right?
Perfect.
Okay, Mary.
So there's no any other applications or anything, any penalties that he would have to worry about?
Well, it sounds like you did everything properly based on what you're describing to me without me actually looking at it. I can't tell you 100%, but it sounds like you did everything properly, and it sounds like he's on his way. They took his biometrics, and it sounds like he's on his way to adjusting his status. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.